Are we living in our authentic reality, or is it a complex illusion? This question invites us to ponder the essence of reality itself. The possibility that our universe, with all its complexities and phenomena, might be an elaborate fabrication is a central argument of the simulation theory. This theory suggests that the existence of such a simulated universe is not only feasible, but also probable. The deeper we investigate, the more credible this theory becomes. Let's dive into this intriguing hypothesis. The idea of a simulated reality has historical roots, echoed in ancient cultural beliefs. Its contemporary form was shaped by philosopher Nick Bostrom of Oxford University. In his influential 2003 paper, Bostrom introduced the simulation trilemma, a theory asserting that one of three scenarios must inevitably be true. Civilizations annihilate themselves before achieving simulation capabilities. They consciously opt out of creating simulations, or we are currently living within a simulation. Bostrom deems each scenario equally likely. In today's world, we frequently utilize computer simulations for various objectives, ranging from weather prediction to entertainment. For a civilization advanced enough in technology, simulating its own ancient history seems a logical choice. Bostrom labels this an ancestral simulation. A civilization capable of this feat would likely produce multiple simulations, resulting in a multi-layered reality similar to a series of Russian nesting dolls. In this multi-tiered reality, beings perceive themselves as having free will, and they go on to develop computers and their own simulations. Notable personalities such as Elon Musk and Neil deGrasse Tyson have expressed their perspectives on this theory. Musk believes that the probability of us being in the original, unaltered reality is incredibly slim, while Tyson estimates a 50-50 chance of us living in a simulated versus an actual reality. Despite its frequent discussion among scientists, the simulation theory is more philosophical than scientific, delving into metaphysical rather than physical realms. Consequently, the search for definitive evidence supporting this theory persists. Equally fascinating is the story of the universe's beginning. Before the Big Bang, space and time did not exist. The entirety of our universe was condensed into a state of extreme density. Following the Big Bang, the universe expanded rapidly, leading to the formation of galaxies, planets, and various wonders of nature. This prompts profound inquiries about the universe's origins. Science offers explanations such as quantum foam and dark energy, while theological views offer their interpretations. An alternative theory suggests that our universe was in a state of dormancy, awaiting activation by some unknown force or entity. In this hypothetical programmed universe, the fundamental laws and constants like electromagnetism, gravitational force, the speed of light, and Planck's constants are preset. Even the phenomenon of consciousness could be a programmed aspect of this vast simulation. While this may seem speculative, many respected scientists, technologists, and philosophers find this to be a more likely explanation of our reality. Support for this theory could come from observing irregularities or glitches in our reality. Philip K. Dick, a legendary science fiction author, proposed the existence of multiple interwoven realities. He suggested that these alternative realities occasionally merge with ours, an idea reflected in his literary works. One notable example of such irregularities is the Mandela effect, where collective memory differs from documented history. Instances include widespread but incorrect memories of Nelson Mandela's death in prison, the spelling of the Berenstain Bears, and famous misquoted movie lines. These anomalies might indicate the presence of overlapping or altered realities, intensifying the debate about our existence in a complex, simulated universe. Reality could be potentially a simulation, illustrated through various examples and theories. Many people remember things like Febreze or Jiffy peanut butter differently than they are in reality, a phenomenon known as the Mandela effect. This raises questions about our perception of reality and whether these discrepancies could indicate a simulated reality. Author Philip K. Dick suggested that déjà vu might be a sign of changes in a simulated universe. The vastness of the universe, with its 200 billion trillion stars, and the absence of evidence for other advanced civilizations, as suggested by the Fermi paradox and the Drake equation, further fuels speculation about a simulated reality. MIT physicist Max Tegmark and theoretical physicist James Gates have found aspects of physics and string theory that hint at the possibility of a simulated universe. Gates's discovery of error-correcting codes in string theory equations and the embedding of computer code into DNA by researchers support this theory. The natural world's adherence to mathematical patterns like the Fibonacci sequence and the golden ratio, visible in everything from flower petals to human body proportions, suggests a universe governed by programmed laws. The technological advancement required to simulate an entire universe, as predicted by Moore's law, is vast, indicating a need for a computer capable of processing data for 10 by 80 atoms and more. However, some scientists, such as Dr. Michio Kaku, argue against the feasibility of simulating an entire universe, proposing that only the universe itself could handle such a complex task. The text also explores the idea that, if our reality is a simulation, it might operate on an on-demand rendering basis, similar to a video game, where not everything is rendered simultaneously, but rather as required by the observer. This leads to the intriguing question of whether there are signs of this selective rendering in the universe we perceive. We can compare our reality to a video game where only the necessary data is rendered, as seen by the player. It explores the idea that our reality could operate similarly, rendering only what we observe or interact with. The double-slit experiment is used to illustrate this point. When particles like electrons are fired through slits, they create different patterns depending on whether they are observed or not, suggesting that particles may change behavior based on observation. Now let's talk about the delayed choice experiment by physicist John Wheeler, where photons behave as waves until observed, even if the observation is decided after they've passed through the slit. This suggests that particles might even have the ability to change the past. Such phenomena in quantum mechanics, like quantum entanglement, imply that our universe might operate under a simulation, with rules and limitations like the speed of light serving as programmed constraints. It suggests that if we're in a simulation, phenomena like the Big Bang could be the startup of this simulation, and the absence of aliens or peculiar behavior of UFOs could be due to them not being included or operating differently in the simulation. It raises the question of who created the simulation and compares this creator to the concept of God. Interestingly, the text notes that many proponents of simulation theory are atheists, dismissing the idea of God, while some religious people reject proven science. It argues that whether we live in a simulation or not, our actions in this reality have consequences. The text concludes by questioning the difference between believing in God and believing in a simulation, suggesting that both require a leap of faith and are not necessarily incompatible. Are we living in an actual reality or a simulated one? Today's dive into the simulation theory has uncovered its scientific and philosophical layers, from the Mandela effect to the double-slit experiment. This theory proposes that our universe might be akin to a complex computer program, but opinions among scientists like Dr. Michio Kaku and others vary widely. Whether it's a simulation or not, our experiences hold true value in our current existence. This intriguing debate between science and faith continues to push the boundaries of our understanding. Have any thoughts on this? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more mind-bending discussions. Follow us to stay in the loop. Your insights are crucial, so share your opinions and let's keep exploring these mysteries together. Until next time, stay curious and keep pondering the mysteries of our universe.